Hey, beautiful friends. I hope you're doing so well and that you're comfortable in this now moment. So, I wanted to hop on here and share with you a vision about what is happening in this now. So, so we're still going through a lot of chaotic times, one, the human experience is extremely chaotic right now. There's so much excitement and movement, and there's so much like, what the fuck is going on? And there's just like all this energy from everyone, everywhere. So if you're remotely empathic, which you are because you're a human made of energy, it's just, are you aware of it or not? So if you're remotely empathic, you're feeling it. So not only are you feeling it from others, you're feeling it within yourself. I want to talk about that in a moment. So we're also moving through getting ready to move into and through a huge solar experience. So today is Saturday, March 12th, and it's supposed to be hitting the earth like tomorrow night. So, or depending on where you live on the earth, Monday morning. Anyway, so that's a thing, that's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of potential shifting for all of us. So this is what I wanted to share. Two things. So this energy of this empathic nature of us, this analogy vision came to mind, and that's what I want to share. So imagine that in the air are our balls. That's always fun. So yeah, envision that there are balls everywhere. And we'll say some are pink and some are purple. And the purple balls are denser, different frequencies, like a lower frequency. They tend to represent like traumas, judgment, fear, stagnation, oppression, control, those types of things. The pink balls are higher frequency experiences, higher frequency balls of energy that are joyful and lighthearted and loving and kind and generous and abundant and all those things. These balls are everywhere all the time, right? Like this is just energy and this energy analogy, and energy is everywhere because that's all we are. It's all everything is. So these pink and purple balls, so they have been, say, like shaken up snow globe style. So we are moving through this experience as an earthling, and these balls are like moving through us, okay? Now, if you're really empathic, this is really going to resonate. So these balls are moving through us. Now, if I have within me a lot of my own purple balls that I've been hiding and stuffing down, or that I am choosing to not look at, or I'm too busy and I'll deal with those later, or they're just not in my awareness, right? They're not in my frontal lobe yet. They're still in the deep brainstem subconscious area. They might just be stuck in my body as this habitual pain that I'm experiencing. So as these purple balls, as they're moving through me, they're either going to I'll get back to that. What they're doing is they are activating the purple balls within, right? So it's a time where a lot of us are feeling these purple balls within us. Now, many of us will project it out and blame others, right? Oh, that's their fault and they're doing this and that's why I'm uncomfortable. But here's the thing, whatever it is that you are feeling, that I'm feeling, that's on you, right? Like that's what you're feeling, that's your experience. That's because of your lived experience is why you feel anything, right? And what you're choosing to feel in the now moment. Whether you're allowing yourself to feel it and not judge it, or you're feeling something, you don't want to feel it, and then you alter it, right? We have this choice. Anyway, so these purple balls are like kind of picking up these spaces that we get to heal, right? They're like, it's almost like all these purple balls have come in, and I'm like, now I'm just carrying this big bag of balls. And wow, you know what, when I'm just going to be still enough and just look at these balls, I'm going to notice that there are a lot of childhood trauma. These are the things that really hurt me, right? These are areas that I didn't trust. Or these are the abuses that I received and that I continue to perpetually do to myself. Oh God, right? Likewise, the pink balls, because again, we've been shaken up snow globe style, so these pink and purple balls are all over the place. So the pink balls are coming in and they're activating all these really awesome things, like the remembrance of this divine nature of like, I am a light being, I'm made of light and sound, I am divine, I am made of love, I am love, fuck that shit. Like, I am the child self, like, oh my God, I am this courageous love nugget in a human body. And so when those land, we start to activate, we start to amplify and ascend. What's happening is that these balls have been shaken up so much. So it feels very chaotic, right? Because we're getting hit with both of them. Now, some humans are extremely distractive for their human, right? They just numb themselves and they just follow something that's outside of themselves and they have no idea what they're feeling, what they're experiencing. They have no clue. And that's okay. This message wouldn't be for them. Or maybe it is, and they're gonna be like, holy shit, Jane is saying something very interesting and I don't quite understand it, but I'm gonna look inward at my balls. Because we have these balls, y'all. Like, these balls are just a part of what we are. So what we get to do as humans is, first of all, deal with our own balls, and understand that these balls aren't good or bad. Some might be more pleasant than the other. But as soon as we start judging the balls, we literally start to hold on to more of, say, those purple balls, right? As soon as we say that only the pink balls are good and the purple balls are bad, we actually start to remove the pink balls from us and start to call to us more of the purple balls, which you don't really want to do that. Like, I mean, you may want to do that. Again, no judgment. And I don't want to assume. I personally prefer the pink balls. Like, they just feel better. But here's the thing that I'm noticing. So in my personal life right now, I am experiencing so much excitement and joy and eagerness and zest and creativity and like newness. So good, so juicy. And at the same time, I am experiencing grief, sadness, fear, loss, the unknown. And that unknown is why that kind of is in both of them, actually. But one is causing the other. They're both causing each other. If I took one away, I would not be experiencing the other, vice versa. So I'm just in a life choice stage where I'm experiencing both of these things. So I'm experiencing, like with equanimity, pink and purple balls. Okay. Many of the humans are experiencing both of these balls at the same time because it's all around us. But what's happening is so many humans are choosing to only focus on the balls they don't like, right? They're like, oh, this sucks, I don't like it. And then what we do is we don't like carrying around all these purple balls. So then we try to get rid of them, right? We're like, this sucks, this is your fault that I'm carrying this. This isn't mine, this is yours. And we try to get rid of them, but it doesn't work like that. These actually are going to just stay and then they're going to move through if we have more pink balls, right? And it's all within us, like it's all around us. Like, I hope that this analogy is landing. So I wanted to share this because this was the vision that I got that I wanted to share. And I thought it was really cute because it was about balls. And just really having this in my awareness that, when I'm experiencing the moments of this grief and fear, that it's okay. And I'm going to let myself feel it and also understand the gift that I also get to feel excitement and joy because of this, because of the step that I'm taking. And this is the step that I hope that this is of service. I could keep talking about the visions in my head about these balls. some of them land like Velcro and we just wear them like a very interesting suit. I find that different. So what I see the point of this being is to get to a point of homeostasis with our energy fields. So that means kind of like half purple, half pink, you know, and it'll fluctuate, right? But generally speaking, it'll be half and half. It's like the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine. Like those energies, when in balance, are going to be kind of halfsies and halfsies, or two wholes that are reflective of each other naturally. So when we can get inundated with all of it at the same time, it actually gives us the opportunity to sift and sort with more ease, right? Or if we get an influx of one, then it can actually kind of tilt the scales some like severe out of balance and then kind of rectify itself. So all of this that's happening, I feel, is to bring us back into this balance. What I find really interesting is this next vision that I had. So, do y'all ever remember being a kid and like being in a swimming pool and everyone would start to run in one direction and create this like whirlpool? And it's like, yeah, we're going. And then someone, I know I would always be the one to do it, would yell, stop! And everybody would freeze. And it'd be like, run the other direction. And we would try really hard. And at first it would be like, I can't move. Right? Because the water was so momentous going in the one direction. And then it would start to get easier and easier. And the next thing you know, we're like getting it going the other way. And then it would get going so fast that it would almost be carrying you. So that's what's actually happening. This is the way I've been seeing this. And I thought this was really cool. We've switched direction. We've switched direction. We are in the middle of switching direction on a collective scale. So that means that it's like, what? This feels weird. This is hard. I got to do it because I can't not do it because I've already decided, right? So we've had this like stop, this pause, whatever it is for you. And we're switching directions. Not everyone is going to switch directions. This is okay. So say you are in the frequency of that switch direction, like I'm doing something, I'm doing it, and now you're going in this other direction. So what's happening is it's like a cosmic repatterning. It's like those pink and purple balls are repatterning themselves as opposed to just being a bunch of static balls that are just fighting each other. They're actually going to harmonize and work within the human subtle body and the energy field of us and the physical. So that repatterning, it's not like you go to the store and you say, I need yellow and orange balls because my pink and purple ones are outdated. It's not like that. We're using the balls we already have. It's just a repatterning of it. It's like you don't get out of the pool and let it settle to go the other direction. You're repatterning it while you're in it. So that's what we're doing now. It's really uncomfortable. It's really exciting. It's kind of thrilling. It's a little challenging. You might lose your footing and like kind of slip and fall. Like all the things that you can kind of see is the metaphor for this life now that we're all moving through. So we're in this sacred repatterning as we ascend. So also with this new pull, spin direction, this new vertical patterning, that means that some are going to kind of take off and then some are going to stay in that old direction. They're going to kind of spiral. And I'm just using directions. It could be left and right, okay? Because one's not good and one's not bad, promise. But the other ones that are going to kind of stay in the old patterning, they're going to stay in the old patterning. Cool beans. Imagine that old patterning be the old earth, the current earth, the third dimensional consciousness that has an imbalance of those pink and purple balls, that they're in discord, they're not harmonizing, they're not working together, there's judgment and there's fear and oppression and control, right? There's still going to be love in that because love is everywhere. And then you're going to have this new earth, Christ consciousness frequency experience of this new whirlpool pattern direction. And that's what many of us are literally moving through. People have been doing it for years and years and years. Like, I get that. But what's happening now is that the collective is doing it. And invariably, it seems like it takes that big snow globe shakeup for it to settle. But instead of it settling down, it's settling into a new pattern. So this new earth spiral that we're repatterning into is going to ascend us and bring us together and draw to us what we need. And those that are in this whirlpool can also change their mind at any point, right? So it's not like too little too late. So some people are either going to spin that way and die and be buried in a box and be still completely disconnected from this earth frequency. This earth frequency, people are going to live and be light and be in community and be in connection and be in love and harmony while still feeling grief and sadness and fear and doubt and all those things, but working together and communicating through it, right? And being like loving and compassionate and open and like all those things. It's like unconditional love and acceptance. That Jesus, man, I'm telling you, the stories of him, he had some good ones. All the great sages. Anyway, so I wanted to share with everyone because we are going through a repatterning, which means that we are able to now, when we recognize, oh, that was a purple ball. Was it my purple ball or was it someone else's purple ball? Either way, it was a part of me because it stuck and it resonated. Cool, now then I get to look at the patterns of who I am. So if a purple ball, if you get hit with a bunch and you all of a sudden just got activated and you're feeling like extreme anger or resentment or you go into like scarcity mentality, pause and just see where the patterning is in your life. Is it a spiral down into density and darkness? Are you judging it? Are you judging yourself? Are you judging where it came from? Are you judging those that gave it to you? Or are you able to recognize the pattern and maybe be different or feel different or view it differently? That's the new now. That's the higher consciousness, the higher frequency of the pattern. So now say these purple balls come in and it's like triggers, right? And you're like, man, I'm feeling some scarcity mentality and a whole lot of fear right now. And then you just look at your pattern like, okay, well, what do I normally do in that time? Well, normally I go and I grab a bottle of alcohol, or I chase the next partner, or I hermit myself, or I do self-harm, or I busy myself at work, or whatever the case is, right? But recognizing your pattern and then asking yourself, does it feel good? Does that old pattern feel good? Does it lift you up? Or does it kind of bring you down? Does it kind of feel heavy? Does it not really feel like unconditional love and acceptance? Does it not feel like pleasure and joy? That's when you choose that's when you're choosing that direction of that whirlpool. And once you've started that direction of the whirlpool, it stays easier and easier the longer you're in it. So no judgment on how hard it is when you're switching the patterning of who you are and how you're showing up, but recognizing that you may be switching direction. In each of these big whirlpools, imagine each experience is its own little whirlpool within it, right? It's literally like the seed of life. I hope everyone is seeing that these pools that I'm talking about, we are spinning in a new pattern. We are creating where the physical and spiritual meet. We are creating the seed of life in human form. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, the vision of us linking arms. We are creating that quantum linkage through our embodiment. The seed of life energy is that of love, and it is all around us at all times. It is literally integrating so far deep into our bodies that we are becoming the embodiment of heaven on earth. We are the earthlings and we are the heaven beings. It's us. It's just really cool to me. I find it so fucking cool, y'all. Gah. So anyway, I wanted to share these visions and hope that they're of service. If you feel like they might land somewhere that would be of service, please share this, because I'm enjoying sharing my visions a lot. So I'll probably be doing that more. So yeah, just watch the balls. And name them and claim them and honor them and choose the pattern, be a witness to your patterning. Ask yourself if it's serving you or not. Feel the grief, because sometimes changing patternings and ways of beings are really difficult. I know for myself, recognizing some of my patterning doesn't feel good. at all, because it's not stuff that I'm like proud of. Like some of my patternings I'm real fucking proud of because I really like so much of me. And there's some parts of me that I'm recognizing that I just don't like. And that doesn't feel good, because if I don't like it, that means other people probably don't like it. And I don't like for other people to not like stuff. I like for everybody to be happy. I know that's not possible, but it's just whatever. Anyway, so when I'm recognizing these patterns within myself that I'm not really like grooving on, you know, there's a loss and a grief to that. There's a lot of confusion of like, I don't really know how else to fucking be because I've only been like this my whole life. But then there's also this excitement to be like, I don't even know how that's going to be. And I'm just going to try new ways of being next time a bunch of those balls, those purple balls hit me. Let me see if I can pattern and repattern and be with me in a way that I can show up with harmony with these pink and purple balls within me. Can I show up as a true harmonic balance for me in a way that's unique to me, not like anyone else? And I say that to remind you that you are going to show up uniquely. Don't show up like me. Don't show up like your neighbor. You're not them. You're not me. It's going to look different for you. And you're going to get your own visions and your own clarities and your own. And then share them and show up as your unique self. And just keep working toward what feels best in your heart. Follow the heart. Please follow the heart. The heart is the harmonizer. The heart is that underlying beat of the universe, right? Like the thing that holds it all together. That's love. The expression of it is the multifaceted, fractaled things that everything is ever talked about. You know, it's all the deities and all the faiths. You know, they're just fractals and parts and expressions of this. But this is the thing that always keeps going, right? So just turn back to that and see where you can harmonize the pattern of your highest self into your human. You know, so does that mean that, like, you know, that means that, you know, someone cuts you off and you might flip them off and yell? And you might take a breath and feel your heart probably beating faster. And then you might say, that person is another version of me and I just cut myself off. I'm so glad I got to feel that. And I just yelled at them. I just yelled at myself. Wow, what a pattern that was. I'm really excited. Next time I'm gonna just try to be more aware and maybe take a breath and feel this first. So that maybe I don't yell first, but maybe I just breathe first, right? And that's starting the switch in the direction of the whirlpool called your life, the cycle called your life. So that was what I wanted to share. Look out for the balls. Play with your own damn balls. Don't be throwing your balls at other people. And don't even try to take other people's balls because, here, let me just handle your problems for you. No, because they are here to take care of their own stuff, right? No one's balls need to be any different, right? Like if someone is carrying all their purple balls and someone over here is carrying all the pink, that's okay, right? We are not here to change anyone else. We are here to be with me and change me however I want, to accept me how I am, to grow and to evolve and to ascend and to descend and to fall flat and to regrow and rebirth and die and all the things. It's mine. Now, if I do that and you do that and you do that and we all do that together, then next thing you know, we are living in harmony. Oh, look at that, world peace. God, why can't I be the president or the spokesperson of the whole fucking earth just to remind people of these little things? Just a constant reminder. Follow your heart, leave your neighbors alone, and work together. I know, contradictory, and yet that's the way it goes. Anyway, I am so grateful that you took the time to check this out and to listen. Again, if it resonated, awesome. Share it however you are called to, and know that you're loved and that we're moving through the biggest changes on the earth plane. Like ever, y'all. Like we chose to come here now. We are so hardcore. We are so badass. We are so brave. We are so brave. We decided to come here through times of hardship and density and war and oppression. And we are here to be brave enough to rise above, to create anew. That's where the bravery is. It's not complaining about the bad shit. It's rising above the bad shit, the shit we don't like, in creating something new. It takes more bravery to create than it does to just sit and watch idly by. The brave are the artists, the brave are the creators, the brave are those that speak up and share new ideas. That's bravery. So be brave, be bold, be you, and know how loved you are. Know how loved you are. Thank you so much. I will see you on another Now. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until then, peace out.